When will people learn that you can't break laws and it'd be considered a prank? That's not how this works. I thought we were past this. This was an issue we were having back in like 2016 and before. Like how are people still doing this? I guess now we got IRL streaming being a part of it instead of it just being vlogging. But this dude's facing 9 years in prison for a prank. All right, tell us about it, Atozi.
This TikToker might be facing up to a decade in prison after he took a prank way too far, but luckily for him, it seems like he has a lot of people actually supporting him, including one of the most popular streamers in the world.
Ooh,
so here we are, once again, talking about another TikToker who's taken their undiagnosed need for attention to a new extreme. And I think it was like last month, we talked about another TikToker who ended up being sentenced for spraying literal poison on fruit and vegetables.
That's fucking crazy.
And decided to call it a prank. Now, this story is...
Yeah, and that doesn't even really do anything. It just kind of makes everything a little bit more disgusting. Because bug spray doesn't hurt you. At least that little amount. But that's still, you don't want to get fruit from the store that's been sprayed with bug spray.
Definitely not as bad, but we're still looking at someone who's deliberately harassing and damaging people's businesses. I'm not totally against pranks, but when they affect people and their livelihood, that's kind of where the line gets drawn. And it seems like this content will continue to get worse because now we have big influencers and a community of doom scrollers backing this behavior. So this is Heston Cobb, known online as Heston James, and it's safe to say he's got himself in quite the pinch.
Did you hear that, girl?
I did. Is she over that way? The scream came.
Is she over there?
Scream. Dude, don't mess with random people in stores. Like, come on.
Over on this side. It was a woman.
I see so much of this.
It was a woman, right? I think it came from more over here.
Stuff like this makes it harder for like actual good people who just want to stream and like walk around in stores and stuff. You make it harder for those people. You make these stores not want people to film inside them at all. It fucking sucks, man.
She's probably hiding, you guys, but I would find her.
Okay then. Well, this 21-year-old from Tempe, Arizona has over 1.3 million followers on Instagram.
Of course he's got 1.3 million followers. Why? How? What?
A YouTube channel with over 80,000 that features a collab with the popular influencer Tfue. And now, a banned TikTok account that had over 1.6 million followers. So you're probably thinking, where did it all go wrong? Well, like most influencers in this...
I love to see people get banned off of TikTok. Fuck that platform.
This new pranking niche, their videos start off pretty much innocent. In this first video, essentially they just ignore car salesmen at the dealership.
Hey guys, have you guys been helped already? No?
That is pretty funny, I'll give him that.
You guys are looking for someone to pick up?
They're probably kind of freaked out, though.
Yeah, like, I mean, you can say they're wasting someone's time, but let's be honest, like, this is about as harmless as a prank gets. Another example is him calling a car dealership while being at the dealership.
Is that one fully electric?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I'm interested.
All right, come on down.
You said you're here to win?
Okay, talk.
So, I mean, if you just kept it at this level, all of this would basically...
Like, these people that get mad about little shitty pranks like this, they kind of deserve it. You know? They kind of deserve to be fucked with. Like, why so serious, man?
To just be a nothing burger. But essentially, with his content, it's all to gauge a reaction of what we've just witnessed. And when that reaction becomes mundane and not funny anymore, he has to up the stakes. And that's what he does.
Where are you at? Doing what?
Good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, no, we're just gonna like the yelling and stuff like that. We can do it like outside.
Oh, yelling? Was that yelling?
Yeah.
So here we can see him starting to get progressively
don't do
worse,
that.
which apparently is
just stuff in stores. Just no, let's not with that.
Screaming in stores with his friends to cause disruption between staff and customers.
Yeah, when you're messing with people's jobs like that, where it's like they have to be busy the whole time, you know, if it's like a car dealership, those guys make a lot of money and they're kind of scummy and they sit around all day anyway. So like I don't really feel for them. But people that are like making minimum wage at a store that also like have to keep going the entire time they're there, don't fuck with them. Come on.
Is everyone all right? Is that your phone?
What was that?
I think it was one of somebody's phone.
Was that a phone?
It was a phone.
Oh, there it is.
Right
There it is.
So, getting back to our original topic, why was Heston banned from TikTok, and why is he facing a close to 10-year prison sentence? So, because in addition to the videos that we've already shown, his most popular content shows him pretending to be an employee in various stores only to cause massive disruptions, often while having a large group of people to, I guess, enhance this prank. And his targets were, ironically, massive corporations like Target, Jiffy Lube, Chipotle, and Pep Boys.
More chicken.
Yeah, which you're not targeting the giant corporations. You're targeting the barely paid employees, basically making slave wages that are just trying to get through their day.
Wait, are they messing with it? More chicken. Wait, hold on. Are you guys messing up their portion sizes? Yes. I'm district, so that's why I'm coming here to check. You gotta clean house. Clean out. Get out of here. I got new workers coming in. You guys can go. I'm just gonna bring new workers in. Sorry. Everyone,
What?
come on. Let's start getting to work, everyone. Get to work. Get your
Why would you do
replacement, sir. No, let him go ahead and sweep.
Okay, so I see he's definitely more creative than 99% of the people we covered. Not that that bar is really too high, but
I don't like it. It is kind of funny, but also it's all you're fucking with people who are just trying to get through their day, you know?
still, I see why that went viral, but wow, what a terrible idea. That's a slippery slope, and honestly, just posting this to the internet is a legal disaster waiting to happen. I mean,
Yep.
we saw what happened with that.
Especially if it gets so popular and becomes a thing and people see it and they're like, I'm gonna try doing that too, and then they do it way worse and like people start getting hurt. Yeah, like I know that's not really your responsibility, but it is kind of your responsibility to know that that's literally the next step.
Guy with the in and out. So, I mean, what did this guy expect with this? Just overall, filming yourself impersonate staff and disrupt a massive business is definitely not the brightest idea.
Yep.
And this is
Fucking
not a
retarded.
one-off thing either. As I mentioned earlier, he had multiple large businesses that he targeted with pranks like this.
From a different location. Let's get this ironed out. Back here.
Yeah, like once again, he's not targeting the businesses. He's targeting the minimum wage employees.
HR emails, we were going into a different one. They didn't need us there. They sent us here. Go ahead and bring the guys in. If you don't mind.
You're not even on the phone, dude. Come on, get out of the store.
See if I was on the phone or not. You guys can get to work. We're all good. Everyone get to work. If you guys want to go ahead and take over the lanes, go ahead. Get out.
Hey, out.
I love how, like, not a single one of them thought that maybe, just maybe impersonating employees of massive corporations would be a bad idea. But either way, this is where we actually
These people don't know how to think.
get to the video that caused him to be arrested.
I'm just going to be bringing in all my guys because you guys have been doing a really slow job. I've been getting multiple complaints. I'm from corporate, I told you. So this one, I'm calling in my guys and they're going to be working on all these cars. They're not? Get to calling them. Oh, get to calling them? I think this is them right here.
What would make this a funny prank is if they actually were sent from corporate. That would make this a funny prank. But the fact that they just come in here randomly and they're disrupting everything, that fucking sucks.
Come on, everyone, come on. Everyone, get to work. Everyone, get to work. Everyone, get to
Where I live, if I see a van pull up and a whole bunch of black people run out of it, I'm getting the fuck out of there.
work. Everyone. Yo, everyone, take that
Especially if they got power
Yeah,
tools.
see, he outdid himself with this one. This one's dumber than all the other ones. I mean, this is just such a massive liability for the owners of the shop. Where do I even begin? I mean, there are serious safety concerns here. You got random people using power tools, crawling under cars, and running around in a mechanic shop filled with potentially dangerous equipment, while risking damages to the shop's property, other people's cars. There's just so much
Yeah, you can't
involved
be
here.
doing that.
I don't know if they were actually taking the tires off the vehicles there, if they were pretending to do so, but that's also something that's not good at all. Like, without a doubt, this is very different than showing up and busting some tables at Chipotle. And this video got 1.2 million likes, but at what cost? Because essentially he
At
put
what
not only
cost?
himself, but a large group of people in a position where they could face serious legal ramifications. You really just have to ask the question, was it really worth it? Because
Nope.
on July 23rd, Heston was actually arrested by
Wow.
Tempe
You
police
don't say.
and is now facing 13 charges.
Wow.
One officer actually commented on
Wait.
this, saying, "Those videos are definitely not pranks. They're crossing the line from something that's fun and playful into criminal territory. They're breaking laws." And then she goes on to say, "They're going into these businesses and impersonating these employees. That's actually a felony charge."
I don't know about know about 13 charges. I don't know about that.
So, the charges that he's facing is currently 1 count of third-degree burglary, 2 counts of criminal impersonation, and 5 counts of criminal trespassing.
I think the trespassing might get taken off. I don't think this is gonna stick, actually, honestly. I think he's probably gonna get in some trouble, and his lackeys are gonna get in some trouble with a slap on the wrist. I'm kind of hoping, because this doesn't seem like it deserves prison time. Doesn't even seem like it deserves jail time. It seems like community service to me.
And as of right now, there's no mention of any charges for the other individuals involved in these pranks, as it seems like the Tempe police are kind of treating him as the sole ringleader of these pranks. So if you add up all of these charges, Heston is now facing 9 years behind bars. And since the case centers around content he posted himself, he quite literally handed the evidence to a jury on a silver platter. But a vast majority of the internet seems to think the sentencing is not fair, with comments like "free bro" being prominent in his comment section.
I don't know about freeing him. Let's give him some community service. I don't even want to see him get jail time for this. That's way too harsh. Especially judging by, like, how much time people get for other crimes that are a million times worse. Like, people actually getting hurt. People being damaged for life. People get less time than that. Like, come on. Get the fuck out of here.
And Heston also took advantage of this public backing by releasing merch featuring his mugshot, all while he is currently on trial facing multiple felonies.
I mean, you gotta seize your opportunities, man.
But that isn't even actually the craziest part of the story, because now you have Aiden Ross discussing the situation.
What do you guys think, Josh? Should I put my lawyer on with the TikToker who got 9 years in jail? What do you guys think?
And even went as far to say that he would cover all of Heston's fees and provide him with his own lawyer.
Dude, it would be absolute cinema. Please do it.
Hey, Cuffum, should I help out that TikToker, Heston James, who got caught up in 9 years in jail for being a prankster?
I didn't hear about that story.
My lawyer my lawyer asked me right now if I should help.
Who's that, chat? Is he a W or L?
I'd say yes.
So overall, I mean, this is kind of one of those like mixed bags, because the punishment doesn't really, or the potential punishment doesn't really fit the crime here. But ideally, you still kind of want the situation to serve as some sort of warning to anyone chasing social media fame that this kind of content can lead to serious consequences.
Yeah, a little bit of legal trouble and some community service. And then anybody who does it after, they get a more harsh sentence.
But also, from a younger person's perspective, it might actually send the wrong message, because seeing so many people defending him and even a major streamer offering support, that could make it seem like, hey, there's no real risks here, and if you do it correctly, you can really launch your career off of this. But the only problem is, he's set himself up into this like slippery slope, or he's put himself between a rock and a hard place, because let's say he gets out of this situation completely unscathed.
Yeah, he's skirting the line.
Unfortunately, with his style of content, if he doesn't completely pivot content styles, he's put himself in this position to where he has to up the stakes even more. So that adds even more risk.
And that's how you get into IRL lolcow streamer behavior like Johnny Somali and Vitali. That's how you get these kinds of situations.
To his livelihood, his freedom, and his career. But if I was to guess of what would happen to him, I don't think he's going to serve any serious time for this, because number one, he did this in the US. He didn't do this in some random country abroad.
I don't think he's
and then
gonna get any
also,
time.
especially if Aiden is throwing in some money for his defense.
Yeah.
I don't know. If I were to speculate here, he would probably be banned from all of these chains. He would probably get some community service and some hefty fines, and that's probably it. But either way, I'll definitely update you guys as the story progresses. But other than that, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to drop a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And hey, if you're a TikTok prankster, a potential TikTok prankster, maybe don't harass people in public for your content, and that will keep you out of legal trouble or out of being in videos of channels like me.
Yeah, I think that this guy doesn't need to be thrown in the box with the murderers and the rapists for this. I honestly, I don't. Very, very weird situation. Definitely should be punished, but I don't think he should see any time. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell for all notifications.